All right, guys, we are back. This is the ESR Daily Update, and if you follow our Twitter, you know that we just told you can win a pass to the Call of Duty Championships, of course, the $1 million tournament going down in Los Angeles next Friday through Sunday. We have 3-day passes available for the fans. Benson, we got a little Twitter contest. How do they win?
Oh, the Twitter contest. I'm excited about that.
It's going to be good. You know, you have to tell us why you want to go to COD Championships.
Really?
Pretty simple.
I think, but it's simple, but it's good.
It's good.
I like it.
Yeah, are you good at essays?
Simple, but
of 140
you're gonna get
characters
so
or
many
less?
tweet longers. I can see, or twit long, or whatever that website's called.
Something like that.
Yeah, one of the two. But you're gonna get so many of those.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to attend this event, you don't have to live in LA, but you have to be able to get yourself to the event. So ideally, California locals. Come on now. But make sure you send the answer to why do you want to win COD Championship. Send it to me. I'm at MLG Puckett. And send it to Camber, our social media guru, at MLG. So at MLG Puckett, at MLG, why you want to go to the Call of Duty Championships. I know Benson and I, we want to go to see some amazing games, but no easy answers. We're not going to give them.
Oh, definitely not. No, I'm not giving anyone a free ride to LA.
Absolutely.
No way. They have to think on their own feet.
All right. Feet.
Why the English accent again?
I don't know. It's really bad. All right, we're going to take a look at a game from the team. We just got done taking a look at their roster. This is TCM Gaming from the UK. Marky B and the boys from Scotland, all throughout England as well. And Benson, where is this game coming from?
So this is a very high-profile game you're about to see. It's TCM versus Epsilon. It's the grand final of the EU finals, Puckett. It's a map 2 as well, Search and Destroy. Pretty sure, Search and Destroy Freight. And honest to God, some of the plays you're about to see right now are going to blow your mind.
All right, here it is, guys. Freight S&D from the EU Championships.
Or else you're going to fail. You just cannot have a lack of communication with your teammates on Freight S&D.
No, you cannot. So on board with Jerd, first of all, let's see what he's going to do. Is it standard? No, Jerd's going for a very aggressive push. Look at this. It is in fact going to be the fast plant from Jerd. They've got this down straight away. Look at that, the speed.
That is no joke. I don't think he could have planted the bomb any faster than that, Pricey. It's literally like a record bomb plant right there.
And just straight out of the gate.
And now you see some checks coming in, stun check coming out of TCM. Jerd jumping up on top of the train at the very wrong moment. Big snipe coming out of Tommy to defend that bomb plant right now. Let's stay on board with him.
No.
He does have the sniper.
They've done this once before this evening. It's Moose. This is the second time he's managed to get a ninja defuse. He's got it again! Moose has ninja defused for the second time in this tournament as many games as he has played.
That is unbelievable. Moose just did not care whatsoever. Well. He said, you know what? You're going to plant that bomb that fast. I'm going to defuse it that fast. And he did just that right there, Pricey.
That's the second time he's done that.
Came right on in. That's unbelievable. He actually had a teammate up as well. I can't believe that Epsilon allowed that to happen right there.
Well, as soon as I saw him on it, I knew it had to be him. That's why I went straight to him. Getting the ninja defuse Moose, he countered the fast plant by Epsilon by going for a faster defuse, and TCM are now 1-0 up in this S&D. Back on board with Moose.
And that's just great strategy. Great heads-up play out of Moose, furthering his case for the MVP voting. So here we go, on board with Moose again. He's getting stunned. He's getting shot at. I believe Epsilon knows exactly where he is. He's going to turn around about face. And then we're back on board with Tommy here, who has a sniper for Epsilon.
He does now. Tommy, it's not the greatest weapon to have in a 1 versus 3. Kind of limited by what you can do, but he does pick up the first kill. 1 versus 2 now. Can Tommy get further in this 1 versus 3 clutch?
Bomb is down for TCM as well, so Tommy has to worry about that. 35 seconds to go. He's got 2 players to worry about, and he only has a sniper out here, Pricey. This would be certainly an amazing clutch if he can make it happen.
It is. Like I said, this is probably not the weapon he wants in this kind of situation. Great for making picks, great for locking down areas of the map. Not so great when you've got to act fast. And he knows that player's in it. Is he going to go to the defuse first? No, he's going to try and pre-aim with the pistol. The guy's going behind him. Unfortunately, Tommy's going to go, and he is going to get taken down. And that is now 2-0 to TCM.
TCM coming out on fire right now, Brycey, in these first 2 rounds. And even though Epsilon has managed to do some pretty solid things, TCM just comes right back and counters it. Great job by them. Now you see your scoreboard there, Moose 1-0. You see Marky B at 4-2 for TCM. On the other side, Tommy is 3-1 with that sniper rifle.
He certainly is. I'm going to stay on board with Tommy for this. He's actually going to change out. No longer sniping. He's going to be using a thermal R5, and he's got a muzzle brake on it as well, so he looks like he wants to do some serious damage.
Yep, so Tommy, ditching that sniper for more of an aggressive takedown approach here on the map and picking up some, doesn't even hit the hit markers right there. And who is that challenging him at the moment? Oh my goodness.
And now it's all down to Swanee. Swanee left alone on a 1 versus 2. He's already picked up 1. So it was a 1 versus 3. Can he continue this one on? He does have the bomb as well.
You know, sometimes in this Oracle mode, you just want to be like, shoot him, Swanee! But, you know, they can't see those players on the map here in the broadcaster mode. But, oh, here we go. Great burst fire out of Swanee, but that player does not go down. He could have breathed on him and he would have died in the next shot. But here we go. Swanee turning around here towards the A bomb site. And I don't want to speak too loudly here, but bomb was going down. And there you see TCM taking a 3-0 lead here, Brycey.
Moose is now 3-0 on this team. Decides to go for the challenge, comes around the corner and does see him. There's nothing Swanee could have done. And there we go, the shots into the body as well at the end there.
I can't say that I disagree with Swanee's decision there to try and plant that bomb in the 1v2. It's really,
if he had made that kill, that would have been a very different story, I think.
Absolutely, you know, but in a 1v2, when you have an opportunity to plant that bomb, it's always a good decision because it's much easier to hold off 2 players with the bomb down as it is to just trying to take out 2 of them without anything for them to care about on the map. So here we go, on board with Moose again. This is round number 4. TCM does have that commanding lead, and Moose does get spotted and some shots being fired at him. Can he pick up this kill with the grenade? And it looks like that player is going to have some resistance, so not going to go down. And now they have 2 players here for TCM trying to take him out.
Now it's interesting, most rushes end up going towards red, but TCM probably going to avoid that area because they know Swanee is going to be in there. That is basically Swanee's house on this map. If he's on the defense, he's in red.
Yeah, and you see that Moose has cut it all the way back around. They're not going to threaten from the underground side anymore, and he is going to be sitting in mid-map with his teammates, kind of getting his a nice little half circle of cover behind Moose right now, so they're trying to protect him.
The problem TCM are going to start facing is that although they haven't really got anywhere on this map, the time is going to start running out. And there we go, hey, we can take it down. Moose is going to have to make this kill. Does he manage to make it? No, they managed to go away. It was Tommy who managed to pick that one up. But now TCM are 2 men down. They don't really have a lot of time to do anything.
Yep, 19 seconds on the clock. They need some time to plant that bomb, but Marky B picking up a huge kill right there. There's another player. Oh, Marky B going huge. Jerd last alive, but he goes down as well. And that's going to be Mad Cat picking that kill up.
Let's see this in the final kill cam.
And Mad Cat.
One player to find, the time was running out, and he came out, and he just got the shot on him. Mad Cat knew where he was, and you can hear how pumped they are now.
Unbelievable play out of TCM right now, Bryce. Just Marky B going huge for his team right there. He's 7-3 now, and that's just massive play out of TCM.
Moose 3-1, Mad Cat 3-1.
And the score is now 4-0 in TCM's favor. They seem to be running away a little bit with this S&D, but you and I, Bryce, have seen this time and time again to never count out a team, even though the score is a big blank 0 on the board. It doesn't matter, as we are on board with Tommy for Epsilon. Can they turn it around here?
Well, let's see now, on board with Tommy. Going to bring out that thermal sieving and make a pick. I always feel the picks on this, getting first pick is very important in any S&D map, but on this one I feel like it's just so much more valuable because of the way this map works and because both teams have to stall. Yeah,
and there you see some fire being exchanged by Tommy, trying to pick off that player for TCM who's in top red. We're going to go ahead and guess that is Swanee up there, as that's usually the position he plays. So Tommy now doing a lot of work out of white for his team. He's just firing off a lot of shots, being a nuisance here. But they haven't opened up the map with anything yet, but finally Moose picks up one for TCM, and that's going to be Jerd going down for Epsilon. They do manage to bring it back, picking up Marky B as well, and now you're going to see Tommy pushing up. He picked up Moose also there, so Mad Cat and Gunchi left alive for TCM, but here comes Tommy. Tommy's making moves. They do have to get that bomb down, though.
Mad Cat in 1 versus 2. He does get taken down now, and it's first point on the board for Epsilon. And you see them changing there. They're trying to. They can see the concentration on their face. They've got a point, but it's still a long road back into the search and destroy.
Yep, it absolutely is. Being down 4-0 is no joke. They do manage to bring down one round there from TCM. So now you see on the scoreboard, it is 4-1. And Epsilon does have the advantage of going into the defensive side here, Brycey. Defense is usually where where your team wants to win a round. You know, it's usually the easier side to have. When you're on defense, you just don't allow the other team to plant the bomb and you win your round. So it's a solid play here, especially on a map by Freight, like Freight. You know, if you stay alive here on Freight, you can pretty much control the map.
Moose has managed to get that
bomb down. But there you go. Look at that.
Oh, look at the shots going in. Moose is not able to pick him up. They're just being very cautious now. Getting this bomb down and having all 4 players up, it actually makes it really hard for Epsilon. There's going to be so many guns on this map, keeping an eye on the choke points.
And I like this play out of Moose, actually. He's just being very patient here. They do have the bomb down, and he's just checking and he's being just patient in a great spot on the map. Not going to be in too much trouble from that area.
Oh, Moose with another shot as well. 1 man left, and it's going to be him as Moose picks up the 3rd. Moose the factor 7-2 now, as he's just been playing so much out of his skin. Calm as you like, go for the reload, sit down as well, Flux.
Oh my goodness, big 3-piece coming out of Moose right there to defend that bomb. TCM just going so massive individually for their team, and now Moose 7-2 on the scoreboard. Again, making the case for that MVP.
I love the fact TCM are winning. However, I'm a little bit afraid of the lights in the studio. The amount of noise coming from that booth, they are shaking it to its very core, and I think they're also shaking Epsilon to the then very core. They haven't had this much of an issue. They are the only team in this tournament not to drop a map, TCM.
Well, let's see if they can actually manage to make it happen here. I mean, again, you can't count Epsilon out, and so we're on board with Tommy yet again, and he has got the hybrid scope here, and he's kind of moving back and forth between that thermal and his dot here. Yeah, he's looking for that pick, and doors are opening and closing quite a bit here. Pricey.
They really are. It's just, that's it. Counterplay after counterplay. Tommy gets tagged up, manages to escape. Let's jump on board with somebody a little bit further upfield. Flux is looking to make a move now. Can he try and get a kill here and make the difference? You usually see Flux in this kind of area when he's trying to challenge. He does see a man up top, and the man is not looking at him. The cover from his teammate was not enough, and Marky B is going to drop. But they come out, and he's going to be Madcat back on him. Swanee now going to try and challenge.
And I love this use of the buddy system by both teams right here. Jerd now last alive for TCM, or sorry, for Epsilon, and now it's going to be a 1v1 Gunchi versus Jerd.
It is now. Jerd has to put the bomb down. Gunch just has to survive. And there we go. It could be the plant now. We've got to be very quiet. We do not want to give this one away. Bomb down, though, and it's going to now be the 1 versus 1. Gunchy has to find him or defuse.
And Jerd deciding to play a little spot right there, and decides otherwise. Getting in a little bit of different position here. He's still thinking about where he wants to go, it seems like. Gunchy, in the meantime, has jumped on that bomb. Let's see if he's actually going for that.
Oh, no, not another ninja. Not another ninja. They're going to get it
for
again.
Epsilon.
The second time they've done that to Epsilon now. Jerd being so crazy
And
with
look
it.
at Marky B with the hand waves inside the booth. Huge plays out TCM that round. And Brycey, they look so dominant in that.
A demolition of Epsilon right there.
Wow.
6-1, 2 ninja diffuses. That right there is why TCM can be so lethal at times.
Man, I hope Shane's still with us because that was some ridiculous plays there that I can see now why they lost to TCM. TCM looking so good. Moose showing that he can do it with the SMG, showing he could do it with the AR. Shane, I know you were watching that game. What impressed you most? Because we saw Marky B, who people say isn't necessarily the best slayer on this squad, open things up 4-2. He kind of led the charge, and then since then, Moose kind of took over.
That's why they're a very good S&D team as well. Because of Marky B, Marky B's tactics are just stupid. Like, they shouldn't work, but they do work. But Moose, you saw that 3-piece Moose got. I don't think he missed a shot. That's one of the best 3-pieces I've seen on S&D this year. And also, I think Gunch had a bit of a rough start. But Jerd on the other team too. You'd expect Jerd to go huge every game, but unfortunately, he had a bad game, which it happens, and I think they lost 6-1 or 6-2.
Yeah, it's kind of a blowout there on Freight. I'm sure the maps could be totally different on some other ones, but they did mention something about a team that we covered yesterday in Epsilon. They said Swanee always goes red. We know Clayster always goes red on defense for Optic. A few other teams always have a player up there. Is that something that is as prevalent in the UK scene as it is over here in the States?
I mean, yeah, but like everyone knows Swanee goes up there, but that doesn't change the fact that you can stop him doing it. Swanee's one of them players, like everyone knows what he does, but his shot is so good, it doesn't matter. He's just going to outshoot you anyway.
Reminds me a lot of EnVy's search and destroy strategies, because we were talking about this yesterday, saying how, everyone knows where Rambo's going to go, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to be able to kill him because he has the great support from Nameless, Merc, and Study backing him up. So I'm curious to see if strats are going to change going up into the World Championship.
It's pretty interesting, man. Everyone's showing their cards right now.
Right.
But will they have any aces up their sleeves come the $1 million championship? That is the real question. Guys, we continue to give away passes here on the eSports Report Daily Update. Of course, these are spectator passes for the Call of Duty World Championship. We just watched TCM one of the top squads from the UK who will be challenging the Americans at that tournament. Benson, to win them, how do they get it?
All you have to do is tweet at MLG Puckett and at MLG. Why do you want to go to COD Champs? Like, well, why do you want to go?
Why do you guys want to go? The best answer I saw so far is for the poor kid. I remember him getting turned away. He showed up at the Palladium. That's where we held the event last year, and got denied. For the first day, it was a very strict amount of people who were in there. If you weren't staff, you weren't coming in as a fan. The second day, they opened it up a little bit more.
Did you get in the second day or not?
I don't know. I'll have to follow up on Twitter. But thank you for that message, guys. Keep your messages coming. And I do want to clarify that this event is for everyone who is 18 plus. So there, of course, is an age restriction Activision event. So 18 and plus, if you want to attend, send your tweets at MLG Puckett. Let us know why you want to come. Benson, before we wrap up TCM and move on to EnVy, anything else you want to touch on this squad?
You know, I think one of the big things is how they're going to fare in LA. That's what I think a lot of people really have been questioning. You know, what's their group like in LA?
Right.
How are they going to play? Is it going to be an easy run for them? Obviously, a lot of people know Epsilon drew Optic in their group. How is that going to fare? But, you know, TCM, a very, very strong team. I would personally expect them to really come out of their group and hopefully get some good results.
Yeah, looking at TCM's group again, you know, you have Xfinity, who is the 13th seed who came in to the U.S. Championships. These guys actually clawed their way into the World Championships and did secure an 8th seed. But TCM, that number 1 seed coming over from Europe, was placed 2 in the pool. Killerfish and Epsilon from Singapore are the other 2 teams that will round this one out. Shane, let's get your initial thoughts here. TCM, Xfinity, Killerfish, and Epsilon. Who's got the advantage to come out number 1 in this pool?
Probably Lightning Pandas.
Wrong pool, my friend. That's Group C.
Of course, TCM though. But Xfinity, I'm not too sure about the roster, but because I don't really know. I only know Mud Dog. So, but obviously, I expect TCM to 3-1 them and 3-0 sweep the rest of the people in the group.
Will Killerfish provide any issues to them, the German squad?
They're not as good as the last Killerfish team that attended the first COD Champs, so I don't think so.
All right, so TCM, the clear favorites for Shane coming out of this one. We know a little bit more about Xfinity. You have any initial thoughts here?
I think it's going to come down to how Xfinity are going to play, in the sense of which order the game is going to come. Because if they go up against TCM straight away, I don't think they're going to be able to hang with them. I think TCM are just going to whitewash them. But if Xfinity get to play, you know, some of the other teams in the group first, get themselves warmed up, you can never underestimate these guys. Obviously, Mud Dog, former coach of Team EnVy from last year, he had a massive points brief. He didn't want to be known as a coach. He wanted to be known as a player.
Right.
And everyone was kind of like, you know, you'll never be known as a player. You're just a coach. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes some fantastic performances from him. You've got to give him some serious props as well, because some of the top pros from all around the world will play with him, and he'll teach them things every single day. And you know, he's fine with showing his strats and his tactics and whatnot.
Good guy, Mud Dog. You know, he's surrounded by some good players, man. Crowley, Sin, Doubt, all of them could go off at any moment. Well, I think that wraps it up for TCM. Remember, guys, they will be attending the EnVy land. They're flying over to EnVy's house today, I believe.
Yes, they're in the air right now.
So they will be playing this weekend all the way through Wednesday. You can check them out on mlg.tv/EnVy and TCM stream on Twitch. We will make sure to post a graphic with the schedule after we cover EnVy as well. But one more chance, guys. Make sure you send in your tweets if you want to get to the Call of Duty Championships to spectate that event and cheer on TCM. Hit me up at MLG Puckett and at MLG Tell Us Why. We'll be right back with EnVy, and Parasite will be joining us after this. Before we let you go, Shane, any final shout-outs?
Shout out to the Lightning Pandas, the best team in the world.
Number 1.
You can follow us at Lightning Pandas with a Z at the end, as some scumbags at the Lightning Pandas Twitter. Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for having me on.
We'll get that scumbag for you. Thanks, Shane. Talk soon, guys. We'll return with ESR Daily Update.